Hello, how are you this morning or afternoon, depending where you look at me from? Sorry it's shaking. I'm in my car being careful, but my camera is a bit shaky, so I'm going to try to adjust it before I go. I'm just on my way now. The reason why I wanted to do this live video, and hi, my name is Denise, and it's good to be sharing a little bit with you. The reason why I'm doing this video is because, as you can hear now, I have been sick for the last couple of weeks. I had the flu, and last Saturday I had a full moon migraine, and I've had, I've had migraine before in the past, but never the flu. I don't remember, probably 15-20 years since I've had the flu. And it made me think of what actually are illness and disease that comes to us, and why do we have, and what do we do when we have them, and what's the response to that. I found that I'm going to give you another example that can relate to illness and disease. Imagine that I'm driving my car right now and the engine check light comes on. I don't know about you, but very shortly after it comes on, I'm going to go to a mechanic's and I'm going to say, hey, my engine check light is on. Can you check my car to let me know what's going on with my car? And for sure we're going to do that because we're driving the car, we see that the car is sick, and we're taking care of it. As for us, if we take headaches or migraines or the flu or getting even the worst, like getting, diabetes or whatever, that's further down the line. But let's say you have a headache or a stomachache. What do? Well, you will take, most likely, a lot of people will take like a pill. We'll take like a Tylenol, or we'll take a digestive aid, or we'll take some medication to alleviate the symptom, so that they don't feel that illness anymore. And so really, if you go back to the car example, what we do to our body, it's almost like putting a tape on top of that red light and say, that red light doesn't exist. It's okay, that's fine, I'm just going to put a patch on it. But what really happened with us is the fact that we have these little illness initially, like a headache, a tummy ache, or sometimes we might have constipation or diarrhea. So what are these? Really, I found that these are triggers. These are alarm bell, little alarm bell, ding ding ding. It's like the little red light on your car. Because sometimes the red light come up in your car and it's nothing. You just have to add a little bit of fluid and that's it. So maybe when you have a headache, you just have to add a little bit of fluid. You have to drink water and feel better. But we don't do that. We take 2 Tylenols and that's it. We're patching the problem. But once we patch these problems, what happened is, or like patching the red light on the car, then what happened is that we are actually like suppressing the reason why we have a headache at the first time. Maybe we have a headache because there's something wrong with us and we need to deal with that situation. We don't really look at the cause of why these problems come to us. Too often we just brush it off and don't pay attention to it. And what happens when you don't pay attention to it? If you have a headache, and the headache might turn into, or stomachache, the stomachache can turn into an ulcer. The ulcer can turn into digestive problem. The digestive problem can turn into major illness in the bowel. And who knows, you might develop Crohn, or I don't know. But what happened is initially and eventually you might develop cancer and you might die. So my thing is, I'm thinking, why aren't we paying so much attention to our body like we would take attention to our vehicle, which is the car I'm driving right now? But why aren't we taking care of our vehicle, our body? The most important part of our life is us, is our body. And too often these problems caused by stress. We have too much going on, we are stressful, we have to take care of many things at once. I have a girlfriend, she was just telling me about a speech she's going to do with Toastmasters, and she's talking about the fact that, you know, often we multitask when that causes so much stress for us. Like me, I'm multitasking right now, but I'm not stressful, so I'm okay. I have my 2 hands on my wheels and I'm good. But multitasking will build tension in our body, and it will make us be like so stressful and so, you know, wanting to do so much and not having enough time, and I don't have time to do this, and wanting to fill up our schedule and not allowing some me time. And what happens is that then we create disease, we create illness, and when we don't take care of these things, then you have to wonder, well, what's happening, why, you know. So reflecting back on me having the flu, then I was thinking, okay, what's going on in my mind, what's going on in my world that weakened me, that weakened my immune system, and made it so that something was happening that made it so that I have developed the flu. Because if your immune system is strong, if you're not stressed, if you're feeling good, the flu will pass by you and just go straight. You're not going to catch it. So I'm just reflecting. These are stressors that create illness. So what are your stressors? What do you do when you're sick? Right? That's a very interesting question to ask ourselves, because it's not just about taking a patch and hoping that it goes away and we don't hear about it anymore. Maybe your flu will go away, or maybe your headache will go away when you take 2 Tylenols, but what's going to happen the next day and the next day and further down the road? So I just wanted to reflect on that. And also, these are subjects that, you know, are really dear to me, finding the source of what is the problem in somebody's health, in somebody's life. Because even when you have a stressful situation at work and you say, well, that's because of my coworker, my coworker's an ass or whatever, but really the source of that stress is not necessarily that person. It might be something that happened to you, you know, a few years back or even further, that and then it's just a situation that you create, and then something else happened, and then it triggers. So when you're stressed or when you're sick, I want you to sit back and say, okay, what made me sick? Why am I feeling this way? What is the trigger? And then it might help you to sit back and just meditate on that for a second and say, okay, what actually created this illness or this headache or that stress in my body? So that's pretty much what I had to say right now. I'm going to concentrate on the road very soon. Well, I'm concentrating on the road now, but furthermore. And I just want to share that with you. So that being said, I'm just going to let you go, give you big kisses. And if you have any, I would like, actually what I'm doing is, last year I did a 30-day challenge, video challenge, and I want to do that again this year. But last year I was just doing it, being online and talking. But I would like to bring something of value to whomever is listening. So if you have anything related to stress, relating to, I'm not a doctor, so don't ask me health questions, but I am a serenity coach, and I empower people to become more serene and peaceful in their life. So if you want to, you know, have any subject that you would like me to talk about or emphasize on, that would be a good challenge for me, and to come along and say, okay, somebody wants me to talk about this, and then I will talk about it. So if you want to write it down below, that'd be great. And if there's no input from people, then I'm just going to come up with something. So that being said, I give you lots of love, lots of peace and serenity in your life. And until tomorrow, because I'm going to do it every day for the month, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.